had my heart stopped and I got resuscitated. Then after that, after I experienced that, shit started getting real.
That's definitely going to have some effect on you.
Yeah. So then, you know, started seeing spirits and started having dreams about things happening in the future, and started, and then, you know, just dreams every single night, and then fucking...
And a bit more of an appreciation for life, and a bit more of a respect for drugs. For
and your body.
Thing.
Well, I was young and stupid.
Yeah.
You know, same old story as a lot of people. But you know, after that, it definitely, that was basically, you know, reborn, beginning of the new life sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure. And like mine, I had similar, like, definite awake point, and not awake, I don't know if that's the right word, but like I felt like it's like post 2010 and pre. Before that, I feel like that was a different me.
Yeah.
And my turning point was when I had a spiritual experience with Sean. So he kind of like had a bit of I told you about this before.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
But like you had a bit of a little thing chatting with some people.
Yeah, remote viewing.
Well, and he kind of invited me into that, and I sort of ended up being like a bit of a companion throughout these trips that he's been having. So, like, I'll hold his hand and sort of help him chat with the person by asking questions or like asking what's going on.
Yeah, basically, just there was it was
remote viewing, wasn't
it? Without a doubt, remote viewing. So, what remote viewing is that either you're taken somewhere through the eyes of another person. Like the way this started was eyes. My eyes closed, completely conscious, awake, just lying on bed. Then just these eyes just appear in front of you, and then basically they take you to real places in the world. They actually took me. There was this one. He took me to his funeral, and he showed me his family walking down the road, and it showed me a funeral. Showed me the priest. Took me into the room. Showed me the priest. Showed me the church. It was just down the road from here, and then.
The funny thing was that Sean, as these images were coming through, he's explaining everything to me.
I'm talking to him.
Holy shit.
And he's explaining everything to me at the same time, relaying everything that he's seeing. And Sean, because he'd only just moved to Melbourne then, he didn't know where these places were, but he's describing them to me in detail. And I'm like, I know exactly which church you mean, I know what street you mean. And we actually went on a ghost chase later on, and we followed.
So I'm talking,
I'm saying,
these
locations. Sean goes, I've never seen this place before, but I have in that image.
Yeah. And so I'm saying, mate, I don't know. He's showing me, and then he's sort of showing me where he was, and then he's showing me a street sign, and then he goes back down, and then he goes into the church, and I say, I don't know where that church is, and then he comes back out, and then he goes up higher, and sort of I said, I need to go down this road, I think I know where I am, and then he takes me down that road, and then so this is all, and so I'm just speaking to him, and then I said, look, can you take me back home? And then he's like, yeah, I'll show you how to get home. And the way it's communicated, because I'm only starting to sort of get sound now when I sort of go down. Yeah, I'll get a bit of sound now, but and that was a positive thing, because you don't want voices in your head. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting enough visions and don't want fucking voices, And so, but it was coming out. He was just like basically typing on a computer, and then that was his speech. And then we went on to find out where this was. This is just one of many, you know what I mean? And then we went to find out where this church was. Went and found the church, which is just down off Punt Road. And then we're there, we're walking around, and then we're walking into the church, and then he's just basically standing there behind this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Just like, full view spirit, just standing there, and then he's walked around the back of the building, and then that was it. And then I ran around the back of the building, no one in sight. Just, and I'm like, woo! It was fucking interesting, But like that was the main one, I think, really. But
the Vegas one was pretty massive.
Vegas one was fucking insane. Yeah, I had another one in Vegas. It's usually,
I told you about that.
Vegas one's nuts as well.
Vegas one, that was
so weird, because
that's astral travelling.
Yeah.
So that was a different one. That's not remote viewing.
You were travelling there.
I actually travelled to Jess's room.
Because with the other images,
in a different state.
Yeah.
You could tell that the images that were being presented to you earlier in the one you just described before were images that had been seen by someone. Someone had experienced this vision and was able to share that information with you.
So that wasn't happening in real time because he showed me his funeral and he showed me people preparing. That wasn't happening like right then and there. That he'd obviously travelled. He'd obviously witnessed his family at his funeral, and he showed me the pictures. And then there was this other lady that showed me her daughter's wedding. She's like her daughter's wedding, and I was like, everyone looks happy. And then I got her to hug Tess.
That was.
Yeah. So I said, "Can you? The girl Tess that I'm lying with now, she can't experience this because she can't see anything. But can you hug her?" And then she's like, "Yep, no worries." And then it's just
electric jolt through my body. It was
cold
so
shiver
weird.
all through your body, and it's fucking.
It wasn't cold for me. It was just like all my muscles just tensed. All
your muscles tense.
Like in a really not like normal, but like in a really
you felt
outgoing
it,
electric way.
Yeah,
definitely. And it was instantly too. And the reason that we came on to the hugging thing was because we were trying to like ascertain what was going on physically, or I was anyway. I was trying to ask you to get. Sean, can you get sound? Ask him if there's any emotion attached to these images. Ask him if there's any smell, taste, whatever. That's all the senses that we can experience.
Yeah.
And that's how we came up with feeling, because Sean goes, can you give me anything to do with feeling? But remember the one that you could get taste, and you could taste chicken?
Taste chicken. You could
get the taste chicken.
Taste chicken in my mouth.
We hadn't eaten it for a while.
It's so fucking strange.
But he couldn't get sound. He just could never ever get sound. And I remember the weirdest thing about that particular one was when you were asking that lady where she's from in Europe, when showing you photos.
Yeah.
And Sean goes, "Oh, can you show?" I think I said to you, like, ask her if she can show you a map.
Yeah.
And she's like, so she pulls up a map, but Sean's head, all I could see when I was watching Sean do this was his head going like that, as if he was spinning a globe. That's why we actually bought that globe over there.
Yeah.
And then it zooms in on he was one of these.
Yeah.
His eyes closed and zooms in on the map, but I don't think it was from Eastern Europe somewhere.
But like this is not happening this is full pixelated definition image fucking like HD. You are there and that is happening and that's real and no one can tell you any differently. I'm not making this up in my head.
Well, it's real for you.
It's
you know what I mean?
This is reality. This is fucking
your
reality.
Brain experienced it. So I hate the question of fucking what is real.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But yeah, like I mean, I've only skimmed the surface of this stuff, and eventually, like, and then I went to, and then after all this stuff happened, like this is only just a few things to touching on, but after all this stuff happened, then I was like, fuck, I've got to go and see someone like a specialist. So I went to a psychic, and then I was like, fuck, I hope I get some answers here, and then he's like, and then he's gone, by the time you're about 35 to 38, you'll be doing my job. And then I was like, what? And then he's like, you'll be a psychic. And when you're 38, you'll be, that's your job. That's what you'll be getting paid for. And I was like, fuck. It's not happening me at all. But he's just nutted it all out, and then he's just like, yep, that's it. Good luck.
Good luck to you.
So I'm like, fucking great, that's at least I got something to look forward to. But it's now I'm just trying to meditate and get control my mind, because that's half the problem.
But
it's really
I
hard
always knew that meditation would be your key, because that's all, like, your brain is so busy and fast paced. Yeah, I think that's going to bring.
But it never shuts off. That's the problem, and that's what I need to it shuts off probably most when I meditate, because when I go to sleep, it's just open slather. Like
that's pretty much what I'm like, but only when I smoke weed. Like I can't sleep. I just keep thinking, and like it's just like one thing will jump to another.
I hate the train of thought. You can't control your train of thought.
Yeah, so I really cannot smoke weed before I go to sleep. It just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
But like when I'm sober, I'm just out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sleep annoyingly easily. The amount of days I'm like, don't go to sleep, I've still got another day in me.
Oh, really?
No, I'm going to sleep, I'll see you tomorrow.
I hate that. That was awful.
Yeah.
And I'd be left alone.
Yeah.
To chew my nails.
Scratch your fucking walls.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But, yeah, alright.
Well, this is a completely different topic to last week, because last week we had my friend Shane from Chile. Have I told you about him, Shane?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and he's like an entrepreneur, so he was talking to us about like all that, and he's a scientist, biology, so he was talking to us all about that, biology and evolution and stuff, and he's very, very science, and this conversation that we've just had, he would find a way to scientifically debunk it.
Really? He's a measurer. Like, unless you can measure it, then it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
sort of thing. You know, like proper scientific, right? And like, it's like, sorry, I can't measure this, but like, this is what I want to do. I would like to be able to get, like Tess experienced at Hug. I would like to get to the stage where I could basically touch someone on the head and they could,
send that frequency out.
Yeah, you'd send a frequency out where they're like, actually,
well, it's
there's
kind
some
of
other shit going on here. You know,
I'm sure that the CIA would have documents if they're using it in ways that are documented. They'd be able to prove it. But that article I read you last week on the heart math, that's measurable. That shit's fucking amazing. That's magic. That heart math stuff.
You throw that word around. I'm not too sure.
The heart math?
No, magic. no, magic.
It's my word for everything that's amazing in the world. But everything that's could be. It's like magic, but we're actually able to do it. Yeah. Like what you do, what you've experienced is magic. Those flowers are magic, as far as I'm concerned. They're fucking amazing. Look at them. They're perfect.
They're lovely.
They're so pretty.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of magic moments. Actual magic moments. Yeah. Like, we thought we were in a movie several times. That Taganga Beach, that was magical. And I thought that the screen was just about to tear like in Truman or something like that. Because it was just like...
Yeah,
that was magic.
That was.
Yeah. No, I'm a firm believer in magic. In fact, no, definitely.
You can expect this stage that promotes lucid dreams. Yep. Do you know what it's called? Hogwarts.
Oh, really?
Hogwarts,
yeah.
Really?
It's a stage you can smoke it to promote lucid dreams and stuff like that. I smoke it all the time in Guatemala, but it never happened. It never worked for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what Sean and I did the other day? We had, because I had that San Pedro.
Yeah.
How'd
you go?
It was obviously absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. That's right.
But I think it made me feel a little bit
a bit more
different.
Euphoric. And
but it wasn't enough. So if we had a lot of it, it probably would have been alright. But it didn't make us feel a bit
I don't know how you could do any more of it. It's so disgusting.
So foul. That's what peyote is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be real hard to sort of just...
We chewed a peyote.
Yeah. You need to have like 7 of those.
Yeah,
like 7, 8 of those. Like those buttons. Just keep eating it. So,
Have you tried salvia?
No, not yet. But not the Vorium, not the salvia that sort of gets you off your rocker.
We bought a lot of it at Mexico City. He was absolutely...
I was so stoked. I was like, yes,
salvia.
I've got salvia. I'm going to fucking go back to the hotel just smoking bong after bong. It was just... No, I don't know. It just made me nauseous.
Yeah.
Like some of the stories I've heard about salvia, you just smoke one bong and...
Well, Sean has a story of salvia. Where did we have it?
I lost my shit.
In San Francisco?
San Francisco, we got the strong shit.
We bought it from a store, like an off your tree type store.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It was just devoted to salvia, It's legal.
It's legal, you buy it in the store.
Mate.
The whole store was just devoted to salvia, just pipes and salvia, and we're like, sure, let's give this a crack, and I lost
strongest one.
I lost it. What
was the concentration?
Because when I'm all about
100 times.
80.
It was up there.
It was like 80 or 100.
80 or 100.
I don't know why there's
90. No, it was 90. It was top.
It was the strongest
top.
Yeah.
And then I had a big hit, and because I'm all about that now, I'm like more about mind altering stuff than anything else, But I've just explained a bit of history with going into different realms in my brain. That this one just took everything that I knew, because I'm used to things people walking in the room. Like there's been particular instances like when we're at when we were testing, and it's the end of Ben or something, and then. There is just people walking around everywhere. Women with babies, rocking babies, and people just coming in the doors, and there's like 20 people in the room.
He was talking
what the fuck is going on?
We're all sitting around a table at the farm, and Sean's just staring at me going, yeah, there's a lady standing behind you with a baby.
Yeah, with a baby, just standing, rocking the baby, looking at Tess and looking up, and then I turn my head, and there is like people just running in the windows going, oh no, shit, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, man. Like, and like, you know.
I think that everyone, if anyone ever listens to this, they're going to think that you're crazy.
Oh, I've got schizophrenia.
Probably other people that have experienced the same thing, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, like, you know, it's real and it's happening, and you know, I'm actually quite a normal, upstanding citizen,
Sure.
and you know,
my family thinks
good
you have
businessman.
Schizophrenia.
Right.
Yeah. They think I've got schizophrenia.
I really don't think you do. That's my
medical
opinion.
I met a
schizophrenic.
No,